Well, friends, it looks like House Speaker MAGA Mike Johnson and Representative Yammering Jim Jordan have decided that their full-time job as legislators will be to obstruct justice. Let's talk about that, because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So friends, Johnson and Jordan, Jordan and Johnson, they are pretty darned miffed. I mean, their panties are in a bunch. Why? Well, because they claim that the Department of Justice has been weaponized against Republicans. Okay, can we start with a short, fact-based conversation? Because as we speak, the Department of Justice is prosecuting Senator Bob Menendez, a Democrat. As we speak, the Department of Justice has just criminally indicted Texas Representative Congressman Henry Cuellar, a Democrat. And yes, friends, as we speak, the feds are prosecuting Hunter Biden, the son of a sitting president who happens to be a Democrat. But, let's set all those facts aside. Let's suspend reality, because Johnson and Jordan assure us the DOJ has been weaponized against Republicans. And they're determined to put a stop to the FBI investigating crime and to the DOJ enforcing our nation's laws. So we see reporting like this from The Hill. Headline: Speaker Johnson announces plan to take on justice system following Trump conviction. And that article begins, Speaker Mike Johnson announced a three-pronged approach Tuesday to go after the justice system following former President Trump's conviction. The plan, according to Johnson, includes using the appropriations process, legislation brought to the floor, and Congress's oversight authority to take on the Justice Department. Quote, all those things will be happening vigorously because we have to do that, because the stakes are too high and because people are losing faith in our institutions, Johnson said at a press conference. Indeed, losing faith in the institutions like Congress and this Mickey Mouse weaponization of government committee, you bet people are losing faith in the institutions of government. All my editorial addition. The article continues, and that, at the end of the day, is something that should concern every single one of us, and I think it does. The Speaker's rollout comes less than a week after a 12-person jury found Donald Trump guilty on 34 felony counts of falsifying business records. The case centered on a $130,000 hush money payment to porn star Stormy Daniels to gain unfair advantage in the 2016 presidential election. And not to be outdone, we have House Judiciary Committee Chair Jim Jordan, who says he's preparing to nix funding for the FBI. Or, as Axios just reported, Jim Jordan proposes defunding Trump prosecutors and zeroing out funding for special counsel Jack Smith's office. So friends, Jim Jordan will be focusing all of his time, his attention, his energy on stopping the FBI and the DOJ from enforcing the laws of our nation, at least against Donald Trump. And goodness knows, Jim Jordan has nothing but time on his hands. Did you know that Jim Jordan has never once passed a bill as a member of Congress? He has never legislated. And he's been in Congress since 2006. This from the Washington Post. Jim Jordan's remarkably thin legislative track record. And that article reads in part, Critics of Representative Jim Jordan have increasingly pointed to this, most notably the fact that he has yet to get a bill signed into law since being elected in 2006. Quote, House Republicans have just elected a Speaker nominee who, in 16 years in this Congress, hasn't passed a single bill, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries said Friday, because Jordan's focus has not been on the American people. Jim Jordan has never had a bill signed into law. He hasn't done his job for going on 18 years now. That would be like a teacher who has never taught a student, a carpenter who's never built anything, a physician who never even tried to help a patient. And what MAGA Mike Johnson and yammering Jim Jordan are doing now, it isn't legislating, not that Jim Jordan would know the first thing about legislating, and it certainly isn't legitimate congressional oversight. No, it is obstructing justice, plain and simple. Obstructing justice, to try to help out their orange deity, Donald Trump. When will it end, friends? Well, it'll end in November. That's when it will end. When we get out numbers too big to rig and too real to steal, and the Dems retake the House, the Dems hold the Senate, and the Dems retain the White House. And then it will be accountability time. Not revenge, not retribution, but accountability for the folks who have been violating our nation's laws with impunity and seeking immunity. No. It will be accountability time. Because justice matters. Friends, as always, please stay safe, please stay tuned, and I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.